3 self-taught programmer tips for landing a job. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jerry, the coding musician, and in this video I'll be sharing with you my top 3 self-taught programmer tips if you want to land a job as soon as possible. Tip number 1: build solid portfolio projects that you can demo and talk about in interviews. I remember doing this at my last interview and it worked perfectly well for me. When I was asked a question about object-oriented programming, I simply drew an example from my last project I built in C#.net. My interviewers became interested in this project and wanted to know more about it. So that was my opportunity to dive in, and I began to explain to them how I was able to achieve the various tasks, build out the back end, the database, and the front end, and then linking the two together. That's the front end and the back end. I can assure you that we spent most of the time in that interview talking about my project rather than the questions that interviewers had for me. I was able to comfortably express myself on the things I know and was able to convince the panel that I was the right fit for this job. So if it's a remote interview, ask them if you can share your screen and show them what you did. If it's an in-person interview, ensure to carry your laptop along with you and make sure the project is open so that they can see your code. They can even decide to review your code right there and then to see if it's impressive enough to the standard that they want for that particular position. It will be very helpful if you're able to have a demo of the project running on a web browser like Google Chrome during the interview so that they can actually see the application at work. That will up your chances of making a good impression. Hello, my name is Jerry, the coding musician. Stay with me to the end of this video as I have 2 additional bonus tips to share with you to ensure that you land that dream job as a self-taught programmer. Tip number 2: network with recruiters and developers on LinkedIn. In the search bar of LinkedIn, type specifically the company or job role, or simply type in the search bar tech recruiter to see what comes up. You can also click on the people section to see the people identified with your search query. Go through the list, then begin to decide on who to send a connection request to. Remember to add a short message as to why you would like to connect with them, obviously for the purpose of recommending you for any open job in their team or company that your skill set are the right fit for. You must ensure that your own LinkedIn profile is up to date with links to your GitHub, your portfolio project, and also make sure to outline your experiences and skills. In case you don't have much experience because you just finished teaching yourself how to program, this is what you can put on your LinkedIn profile in the place of experience, okay? You can simply list out all the projects you've built during your learning phase and point out specific technologies that you used in building those projects. If possible, give a tiny detail on how you leverage those technologies to achieve the tough part of the project you built. For example, you can talk about how you used Entity Framework to connect .NET SQL database to the front-end part of an e-commerce website. These rich details will give the recruiters who are searching for potential candidates a glimpse of your areas of strength as far as specific technological stacks are concerned. So, if your skill set aligns with what they are looking for, or they are convinced that you are in position to learn quickly and adapt to some new technologies that the company is using that may not be among your present skill set, they will definitely reach out to you. If you're finding some value in this video, do me a favor by hitting the like button. Tip number 3: study, practice, and become good at data structures and algorithms. Now, if you've been watching my previous videos, you discover that this is a point I keep on hammering and it keeps coming up from time to time. It's simply as a result of how important this particular point is: data structures and algorithms. It comes up almost in every coding interview. If you're going to become a software developer, a web developer, software engineering, you will come across data structures and algorithms, there's no way you can escape it. So it's very important that you get yourself well grounded and rooted in it. There are no two ways about it. If you are eyeing one of the big tech companies to work there as a developer, definitely you must be good at data structures and algorithms. They have multiple stages of coding interviews and are mostly focused on data structures and algorithms. I recently spoke to an Amazon recruiter who told me expressly that I should expect at least 2 solid questions on algorithms and data structures, that there was no escaping it if I'm going to work for Amazon. So if you want to nail your Amazon interview, this is a point to put to heart and work strongly towards it. I know you might have heard me talk about this in a couple of my past videos, but let me say it again for the purpose of emphasis, that some of the best materials out there for learning data structures and algorithms are the book called Cracking the Coding Interview and the Algo Expert website. You can check the link to either of these 2 tools in the description section of this video. Now, here comes the 2 bonus points that I promised. I would like to add that proper preparation begets perfect performance. I repeat, proper preparation begets perfect performance. And when you perform excellently in all phases of your interview, the odds will be in your favor for landing that job. Your biggest competition is yourself. If you can conquer yourself in the place of discipline and do everything needed to ensure that you leave no stone unturned in preparing for your interviews, you will perform excellently and you will get the job. Bonus tip number 2. Learn some soft skills like communication and teamwork. You can achieve this by collaborating on an open source project with a fellow developer who is at the same level with you, or even a senior developer. You can also search on Google for some open source projects that you can participate in. This will give you some real world experience on how to communicate properly and work together with a team. Being self-taught means you never had colleagues or teammates working together, or a project manager that you report to, but you are all by yourself from the beginning to the end. So working on an open source project is a great route to gain the experience of, having some very tangible soft skills. Actually, they are intangible, but you know what I mean. Some interviewers may see your lack of soft skills as a weakness, so you need to lock it down, as well as being apt at coding and being able to dissect technical problems. Trust me, soft skills are really as important as having the technical knowledge of the coding interview themselves. My name is Jerry, the coding musician, and on this channel I upload videos every week to help people who are in the process of transitioning from a different career field into the tech field. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if this is your first time here, and hit the notification bell to stay informed of such weekly video uploads. Finally, if you're interested in becoming a web developer or a software developer, I strongly encourage you to watch my video popping up right about now on why you can never become a software engineer. That video will expose you to some of the challenges that you must conquer as an individual if you passionately want to become a software engineer. I hope you find some value in that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now.